Hello everyone, today we have maybe another requested replay. I did get a description by a subscriber a while ago of a replay he was looking for, but actually I didn't get any confirmation yet if I told him the right replay, so I hope this is the one you were looking for. But I would have probably casted this at some point anyways. So this was played in February of 2006 in an inCup between two top Korean players on the top right spawn position here. We do have in blue as Knight of Moon, who's doing a non-tavern hero opening here with Altar first, and the Moonwell already did order quite a couple of wisps, so that is probably a sign that he's not gonna go for an Ancient of War straight away now. And his opponent on the bottom right spawn position in yellow as Orc is FoCuS, who is also going for a standard opening with Altar, Burrow and Barracks first. So as we can see, Moon already moving one wisp out of his main base, so he's doing some early scouting here, probably wants to do some straight harassment once his hero comes out, since he doesn't have anything else on the map once his hero comes out, even using a second wisp to do some scouting. Demon Hunter first for Moon, building one Ancient of War inside of his base now, and Blade Master for FoCuS. So as you can see, Moon now scouting FoCuS's base, second Burrow coming with a usual timing as well, so he's doing no fancy quicker attack strategy or anything like that. Now the Ancient War is being built inside of Moon's base, which if I'm remembering correctly was still the standard back then. I think Ancient of War creeping came a little bit later that year. So the Blade Master and Demon Hunter are about to come out. A little bit of a weird building placement here by Moon, since usually Night Devs would try to cover their forest with Moonwells and the Altar to keep the Blade Master from harassing those wisps. Now the first wisp running into some trouble as well. Okay, actually, yeah, that's still the old Twisted Meadows in 1.20, so the forest was a little bit different in this version, so you could just place your wisps up here and actually didn't need to lock them behind the Moonwells and the Altar. So FoCuS now moving inside of Moon's base, and actually he's not going to be able to do any damage to any of those wisps. Moon having one archer out, actually FoCuS could try to go for that archer. As you can see, the Blade Master isn't able to do anything against those wisps at the moment. Grunts also out on the map already, and the Blade Master did try to go for some creeping, but Demon Hunter still can't keep track of him. Tag is almost even for both the players. Now Demon Hunter running back inside of his base. Maybe he expected some more harassment to come, but actually all the wisps from Moon are safe, so FoCuS couldn't have done anything anyways. And FoCuS is gonna get his first couple of experience points on the Blade Master, creeping to green spots at the same time. Yeah, one archer now scouting that, but too late. There's nothing nothing Moon can do about it anyways anymore. So Boots of Speed bought on the Blade Master. Demon Hunter on the Demon Hunter. Blade Master has one Windwalk left, and moving his grunts towards the bottom right natural expansion creep set here. And the Demon Hunter actually, did he just lose track of the Blade Master? It seems so. Scouting the green camp now, scouting that orange camp next, and FoCuS is rather greedily, he doesn't even have any heal staffs, with his Blade Master rather greedily creeping this expansion creep set here. Oh, and now the archers have seen the reinforcing grunt. The Demon Hunter has turned around already, and Moon is gonna go in for the creep check. Blade Master should probably try to finish this Ogre match as quickly as possible, because he will probably be forced
to TP or use his Windwalk and try and run. Moon with a little bit of a micro mistake, but so does FoCuS. So FoCuS did get the kill on this Ogre Magi. It seemed like he clicked slightly next to the Ring of Regeneration and then used the TP, so it probably was a misclick by FoCuS. At the same time, Moon was going for the mana burn, but yeah, cancelled it before it actually went on the Blade Master. Maybe a little bit of misjudgment with the ping, because this was an online match, but actually back then the players were already using Garena, and both of them were in Korea at that time, so shouldn't be too bad of a ping, or GG client as it was called back then. So FoCuS trying to go for the surround here, as it seems not getting it now. Oh, I think he had it there for a second, or could have had it if he hadn't moved these grunts. So first Archer going down, but one grunt will fall in return as well. Do see one beastiary coming for FoCuS as well, as the Shadow Hunter, Beastmaster second, already bought, and I'm not sure if FoCuS should really fight before his second hero is out already, because now he's about to lose his second grunt already. Doesn't have Dust of Appearance, so these archers are not really gonna be threatened. Expansion already coming for Moon. And critical strike going on this Demon Hunter, so he will be forced to go back eventually, especially now as the Shadow Hunter is out, and as he sees that Shadow Hunter, he cannot get close to him because he will get hexed. Actually, this hex doesn't make too much sense to me, because the Blade Master wasn't able to do any damage while it lasted. Even a third grunt will fall here, as it seems. Yeah, even a third grunt of FoCuS going down. So yeah, this went rather well for Moon. Didn't get any tier 2 buildings delayed whatsoever, but killing 3 grunts here, definitely worth it. Moon obviously with his expansion delayed his own tag by quite a lot. Second Ancient of Wind coming just now, and he's still tier 2. But this Tree of Life is gonna go up unthreatened.
Your building is complete.
FoCuS, but FoCuS on his way to level 3 already as well. So he did get quite some experience in the early game compared to Moon, who's still level 1 on both of his heroes. And he's even going for the last grunt right now. The Demon Hunter in a little bit of trouble, but he still has the boots, and therefore he will get away. And even the last grunt of FoCuS is gonna get into some trouble now. And Archer as well. Yeah, and the Kirby's will just maybe chase this grunt down. Yeah, this one lasts so long, I don't think this grunt stands a real chance. Archer going down, the Blade Master now has to take care as well though. And he doesn't have Boots of Bleed, so he might run into some trouble, but Hex going on the DH, and Critical Strike takes him down. The Blade Master does get away. Ensnare going on this Beastmaster. And at the same time, Moon finishing this grunt here, who tried to hide behind the creeps, but didn't work out for him. So Moon losing his level 1 Demon Hunter, which is actually not that big of a deal, and killed all the 4 grunts of FoCuS. FoCuS did get up a second Beastiary in the meantime. Actually, I'm not sure if this was intentionally or just a reaction to how this early game went, because if you want to fight straight up against Night Elf later on, you need to, in this phase of the game, you need to get your second hero leveled extremely quickly and extremely efficiently, and if you only have a Shadow Hunter and Raiders, that's definitely not gonna be the case. So maybe after losing all these grunts, I think he probably started producing this after losing 3 of his 4 grunts. He maybe decided to just go for more of a non-straight up fighting style. My FoCuS losing a Batrider here extremely carelessly. And now, as you can see, 3 Raiders out for FoCuS, and he's gonna be creeping rather slowly. FoCuS, did he scout this by now? No, FoCuS still hasn't scouted the expansion. First of those Ogre Warriors going down, level 2 for the SH. It seems like Moon is waiting for his tier 3, probably to get an orb on his DH, yeah.
gets an orb. He has 2 steps of preservation already.
We're under attack.
Or maybe the style by FoCuS was just planned all along. Because, yeah, that's actually how this Blade Master first against Night Elf came into fashion, by using the Blade Master for his mobility together with raiders, batriders, tier 3 towers, and just do hit and run and then tech to tier 3 and get a very deadly army against the Night Elf with like bloodlusted Taurens and Wind Riders and so on. So Moon having no dust, so there's actually a pretty high chance that the Blade Master gets the last hit, and he does so. He picks up the Rune Bracers and gonna sell those immediately. Tome of Strength for Moon, so no Tome of Experience. The expansion is running though. FoCuS running into those creeps, but he does have plenty of heal subs on his Blade Master. And yeah, it seems like he might already get into position to do a poke into Moon's base, but Moon is still waiting there, so he should be able to push back FoCuS rather easily. FoCuS in the meantime going for tier 3, another 2 raiders coming out. He's got no upgrades on these raiders so far. It seems like he poked in. I think he got his F cancelled on this one, but yeah, saw inside of his base and therefore yeah, just pulled back for now.
We're under attack.
And now definitely he scouted this expansion, finally going for the intended gold mine with his raiders, but yeah, the best he can achieve is to deny a little bit of mining time, but shouldn't be too big of a deal. FoCuS on the other hand, as he saw Moon inside of his base, decides to go for another creep set. Gets level 3 on his Blade Master, the Demon Hunter, yeah, by himself, chasing these raiders away. It seems like, yeah, Moon pulling back here. Maybe he was afraid of FoCuS still sitting here in front of his base and just waiting to poke in with his raiders as soon as the entire army takes care of those 2 raiders on the bottom. So yeah, that might be what FoCuS expected. So he walked in here, saw the army was still there, again pulling back, again going in with these 2 raiders on the bottom, but the lone Demon Hunter is there. Tier 3 still on its way, expansion coming for FoCuS now as well. And actually the Demon Hunter needs to take care now. He does have a TP and a heal potion. The army of Moon is way out of position, so the Demon Hunter might be forced to TP, and he decides to TP to his expansion, so probably in the back or in the very front, which doesn't make too much sense to me. So he's pulling this Demon Hunter back in between the Ancient of War and the Tree of Life, but the FoCuS decides to go for the Tree of Life anyways. Moon immediately taking out all the wisps and going for some repair, but actually there's not a lot of surface for this wisp to get the repair started, but FoCuS doesn't dare to risk it, doesn't dare to go for the kill on his Tree of Life, and he decides to TP out. I actually thought these wisps didn't really have any space to get to the Tree of Life, and he could have gotten the kill here. But FoCuS, yeah, doesn't want to risk it, as it seems. Saved 3 raiders here on rather low hit points. But then again, if he doesn't TP and doesn't get the kill and loses like half his raiders, then yeah, the jokes are on him. So maybe not the worst decision to go for the safe TP here. A 3rd Ancient of Wind already coming for Moon, so he's gonna go for more and more talents here, as it seems. And FoCuS, being caught a little bit off guard. He's not even moving back here. Shadowhunter using Serpent Wards here to help him in this fight. First raiders immediately going down, but I don't think FoCuS is gonna stand too much of a chance in this fight. As long as there's mana on those talents, and there is plenty of mana on those, Moon is gonna do just fine. The first couple of raiders have already gone down, and Moon, having lost like 2 or 3 talents, not really caring about this orc army so far, and now FoCuS has to pull back with only 3 raiders and his 2 heroes remaining, 35 supply against 53. So that was a rather pointless fight by FoCuS, in my opinion. Maybe he didn't want to TP again. Maybe didn't want to waste another TP, but that would have definitely been the better choice. 3 steps of preservation in the meantime for Moon, and FoCuS, rather risky. Immediately continues creeping here
doesn't see if... Okay, he sees actually with the radar that Moon isn't here. But Moon, seeing FoCuS with the Fairy Fire, could have tried to go for a creep check. But he's heading down towards this expansion, which he has already scouted. At least he scouted the towers. Probably with a Hawk. And Moon, yeah, gonna try to attack that right now with his Keeper third. So yeah, he really wants to have some entangle against those radar hit and runs. In the meantime, FoCuS going for the liquid fire upgrade and starts producing batriders. FoCuS, yeah, gonna walk in here. He does have... Does he have a TP? Yeah, he has a TP and a speed scroll on the Blade Master. Moon actually has 2 TPs with his army, and the best he can hope for here, in my opinion, is to kill all these peons, because he does never have enough time to take down this Great Hall, while the Orc is inside of his base, with only magic damage and his triple hero. So one Moonwell has been cancelled already. The Raider's doing a little bit more damage. It seems like FoCuS... Yeah, FoCuS does have... or does he? No, it seems like FoCuS... Yeah, he does have Pillage. Definitely. And now the TP is coming in from Moon. FoCuS trying to run for it, losing 1 Raider. That's definitely fine for him. And Moon actually left his Demon Hunter here with the second TP, so that one not being seen by FoCuS, but he might have noticed the Demon Hunter missing here. So that one might be able to get another couple of peons killed, as those 2 watchtowers shouldn't do too much to him. But FoCuS should also be able to force the TP from this Demon Hunter rather easily.
We're under attack.
So 4 Batriders collected so far. Number 5 coming out, number 6 in production, but only 3 Raiders left for FoCuS at the moment. So
Our town is under attack.
yeah, his attacks on Moonspace with the Raiders should be too threatening anymore. So the peon should be killed here, and now he should just use the TP, in my opinion. Probably rather early, as the Shadow Hunter can use Hex. So a little bit overkill here by Moon, in my opinion, to use the heal potion and the TP, because yeah, there's no way he would have died using the TP anyways. And another TP used by Moon, just not too far away from his expansion, but it seems like it was necessary to save the Tree of Life here from this Batrider harassment. So yeah, lots of things happening. Sort of, yeah, was a little bit late on this Batrider attack here. At the same time, Moon at the top of the map building a second expansion. New towers coming for FoCuS, who's yeah, trying to fortify his expansion in the bottom left corner. Now also some more Raiders coming for FoCuS again. Demon Hunter is safe from Hex for now. Should take care not to get surrounded, but with only 3 Raiders, he's not going to be able to keep this keep the ensnare on this DH anyway. So this one can be staffed, which is exactly what's happening right now. FoCuS, yeah, isn't going to be able to achieve too much here. Entangle going on one of the Raiders. Beastmaster has to be put back. Actually, the Keeper going in here quite suicidal. And I'm not sure which staff is on cooldown, but the Keeper goes down to a critical strike from this Blade Master anyway. So nice little poke here by FoCuS in the end. Not losing anything. Yeah, getting a anti-magic potion used on the DH and the kill on this Keeper. Same time, he's collecting more and more Batriders behind this Forest Tier 8 already. But there are quite a couple of talons around this Tree of Life anyway, so he doesn't really have a critical mass already. The way I see it. No, he's just poking in, getting the kill on the 1 low HP talon and then pulling back without losing anything.
Ready to ride.
And Moon at the same time, what's Moon doing now? He doesn't have a TP anymore. Yeah, having quite some talents, but actually don't really see any point in fighting here, as he's just getting another expansion, as he's trying to maintain his resource advantage here. He doesn't really need to do any pressure against FoCuS right now. I mean, as long as his heroes stay alive, he's gonna be fine here, but there's such a lot of ensnare here. The Blade Master needs to get cycloned, but the DH will be kept ensnared here, it seems, and he will go down because there is no TP, as just mentioned earlier. But a lot of raiders have run low HP in the meantime, and the Shadow Hunter did get surrounded, so decent micro here by Moon, but the Beastmaster in return will take plenty of damage as well. The Keeper in the meantime is back, he is running across the map, but both the second heroes are in some trouble now. The Beastmaster going down first. Actually, I think, is the surround open again? I think Moon opened it up again as the Quill Beast run out, and now FoCuS realizes it, but too late. The Shadow Hunter is going down, level 3 on this Keeper. Who might run into some trouble now again as well. Another Raider going down actually. Yeah, he could kill quite a couple of Raiders now. There is still plenty of Cyclone on these talons available, so the Keeper, yeah, still has maybe a tiny chance to escape here. Another Ensnare going on here. Blademaster again being Cyclone. One of the Raiders going down. Actually, this one, I'm not sure how far the Ensnare cooldown is entangled going on this Raider. And the Blademaster again being Cyclone, and therefore this Keeper should get away here. Barely. And FoCuS decides to rather go for the safe kill on the Talon instead of chasing the Keeper with one of these Raiders. So the Keeper did get away, the expansion is still up, this one is now being saturated. But Moon, yeah, I don't really see the sense in this push, even though he did get a lot of Raiders killed in the end there. I don't really understand why he ran into FoCuS's army in the first place with 2 heroes at like 60% of their HP, 1 hero dead, and no TP, no healing opportunities whatsoever. And FoCuS did basically the best he could. He went for some hero focus and yeah, successfully pushed Moon back here. So the Demon Hunter is now back. FoCuS decides to go for some more creeping. Does get the Ring of Protection +3, and he's bringing a few more peons. So yeah, he's gonna go for another expansion here on the left hand side. Moon also not having any wisps around the left side of the map. Very unlikely for Moon, or unusual for Moon to have such a bad map awareness. So the main bases have run out now. Moon yeah, does have Nature's Blessing already. And yeah, FoCuS is going for more Raiders right now. Seems like, yeah, FoCuS does have the right timings now. Moon sees this one. Does he have? He has a TP on his Demon Hunter, so he might TP back. Guessing it's a rather even fight. If I would have to give the edge to one of the players, it would be FoCuS at the moment. In this fight, the Demon Hunter, the Blademaster immediately is being Cycloned. The Raiders going on these talons, which are going to take a ton of damage. Some Serpent Ward also being casted first. Talons now going down. But yeah, the first Raiders running into some trouble as well. The Demon Hunter doing plenty of damage to those as well, and the Blademaster still hasn't really been able to do too much, but most of the talents are going down now. There are more talents reinforcing from the main base. So yeah, most of the talents have gone down now, so finally the Blademaster will be able to deal some damage, but a lot of Raiders low HP as well. Blademaster coming in here with the level 3 backstab actually. And the Demon Hunter gets killed here by a critical strike, 141 damage. So once again the Keeper is the only hero remaining for Moon. And Moon now bringing more and more talents. He brought the talents from his bottom expansion, and with those he will definitely be able to force FoCuS back. FoCuS who did achieve a lot once again at this push. At the same time, he will get his top left expansion through without being threatened at all. Moon still didn't scout this at all. And again, he did spread a couple of wisps, but not far enough to the left side. Shadow Hunter now did get entangled. There's still the TP on the Blademaster, who used the critical strike to kill another Talon surround attempt on the Shadow Hunter, and this one might run into some trouble. The Blademaster has the TP, and the Shadow Hunter can keep the surround closed. He uses the TP here, and he blocks his own Shadow Hunter with his Blademaster. Hex goes on the Keeper, and wow, the Shadow Hunter surviving with 2 HP here. Really close call. And yeah, 2 more Raiders being ensnared in the end. This went, well, difficult to say. Actually, I thought it didn't go so bad for FoCuS, but actually he doesn't really have a lot remaining at the moment. So Moon having 2 expansions secured. Seems like he decides to keep his Tree of Eternity inside of his main base for now. Another raider being surrounded. This one might get surrounded as well, and FoCuS trying to make some use of his time, going for another attack on this bottom right expansion with his Blade Master and the batriders. And FoCuS, Moon didn't even get the surround on this raider. He's rushing towards his shop with everything he's got, using another TP. Let's see if he's able to pick off anything. He's getting a Cyclone on one of the raiders from Batrider, detonating into Moon's Hawk. So Moon, gonna get only the kill on this one raider here. The surround, wow, looks a bit weird, but I think it's closed. And FoCuS at the same time, rushing to the top, not wasting any time here, really making good use of the immobility of these talons, compared to this very mobile orc army consisting of Batriders, raiders, and the 2 heroes. And it seems like he's moving straight to the top, at the same time producing more Batriders. And they're just trying to go for the snipe, forcing another TP from Moon. So Moon has to waste a lot of money on those TPs. One more Batrider going down. Moon still, supply-wise, Moon is still up by a lot, 66 against 41. But Moon isn't given the opportunity to make any use of his way superior army at the moment. He's just on the run between his own expansions, having trouble defending those against FoCuS, who's doing a decent job here. Let's just see Moon. Wow, still has scouted, so this is very un-Moon-like. And now this army might get caught here. There is a TP on the Blade Master. He immediately uses it, as obviously there's nothing he can do against that many talents and triple hero. Same time FoCuS, again collected 4 Batriders, 2-1 upgraded, 3-1 is being researched right now. And now the Hawk is probably about to scout this expansion from FoCuS. So there he sees it.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Did just get far enough to see that there has been already quite some gold mined out of this, if he paid attention. Again, quite a few Batriders going in here. Not sure if he should do that already, but he's having such a lot of damage output against those talents, finishing one of those just before the towers finish. The Shadow Hunter could get into some trouble. There's still the speed scroll on him. He uses it, and he is getting out, and he is gonna get behind those towers. And Moon, Moon seems to be willing to chase after him. One hit is only necessary. Hex going on this Steam Hunter. It seems like he's trying to block the path with a Serpent Ward, but he's not able to. But now he needs to use the TP on the Beastmaster. Maybe staff the Blade Master earlier, but he doesn't, and he's losing both his heroes. So even though he did get a kill on the Shadow Hunter, his opportunity to put up any pressure against FoCuS's bases has now run out. At the same time, both of the towers have been taken out by Batriders. And Moon just immediately continues creeping. He's gonna get his Keeper to level 5. The Keeper, actually by far the highest leveled hero from Moon at the moment. So Moon, if he had just staffed his Demon Hunter and then TP'd with his Beastmaster, he would have been fine. Now FoCuS, let's see what he's doing. He's only got his Blade Master left on the ground, still didn't buy an orb. Actually, he would have had the resources now. And again, he is gonna go for a poke. He's gonna get these towers cancelled rather easily, I'm assuming. Even brought a mana potion here, so he might wanna get to do a Blade Storm at some point. Tree of Eternity also walking out towards that top left position, and now Blade Storm is being used, and it seems like FoCuS is gonna get the kill on this Tree of Life rather easily here. Tree of Life about to come to go down. Keeper is coming in. Blade Master just used the mana potion, so he will have to use Windwalk quickly before he's getting entangled, and he does so. keeper was just raising his arm for an entangle, but yeah, not in time. And FoCuS is yeah, what's he doing? Yeah, he's immediately going up on the map with his batriders. Those are being seen by Moon, obviously, and Moon is reproducing the Tree of Life, even though there's only 900 gold left in the mine, so this yeah, expansion will barely pay for itself, so I'm not sure if that's the smartest investment. And Moon should actually see the batriders moving towards the left side. He does see it, and he does move there already, but with that amount of batriders, there's actually nothing. He seems to be unable to do anything about this Tree of Life going down. In the meantime, another squad of batriders already waiting in front of this bottom position. Blademaster again having a windwalk available, and if necessary also a TP. Blademaster on his way to level 7 already. Batriders poking in here. FoCuS does see the new Tree of Life coming, but he doesn't really need to rush for it at the moment or anything. So Moon is out of gold income for now. Blademaster taking the kill on one of these wisps and hitting the creeps and staying very close to the Tree of Eternity just to prevent him from uprooting, but yeah, that wouldn't have made too much sense anyways, because the creeps would have continued attacking that Tree of Eternity as it was right in front of their creep spot. So yeah, plenty of damage dealt here, but with that many wisps, the Tree of Eternity is not going to go down for now. The talons now arriving at this top left creep spot. Blademaster going for another kill on another talon. Now used his last mana on his Blademaster, so he's got to be a little bit careful, but he might be able to take the kill of this Forest Troll Warlord. Same time, killed another Ancient of War here. More batriders have been gathered on the bottom right side here. In the meantime, 3-2 upgrades. Shadowhunter is also back. And Moon, yes, seemed to be a little bit overwhelmed by FoCuS's harassment here. Wasn't really able to cope with his Demon Hunter and Beastmaster loss. And now the Demon Hunter finally back after both these Tree of Lives have gone down. Moon is going to try to get gold income at both this bottom and the top left position again. FoCuS isn't gonna be willing to let that happen though. The upside for Moon is that he's still got a ton of talents, so in a straight up fight he would probably still stand a decent chance, because the Blademaster and Shadowhunter would just be cycloned all the time, and fighting with Batriders against Triple Hero obviously doesn't make that much sense. But yeah, obviously FoCuS's army isn't really for straight up fighting. So level 7 on this Blademaster. Moon in the meantime continues to do some creeping. Beastmaster has taken quite a lot of damage by those creeps already, but getting a potion of greater healing. Maybe the Blademaster will be able to force that now right away. So yeah, FoCuS down to one Moon down to one source of gold income for now. FoCuS still having 2 expansions, still both are gonna run for quite a while, and he's coming in for the Blade Storm. Oh, he's trying to use the Craw form, but there's lots of Batriders around, so he's taking quite a risk for a second time. And wow, getting all his talents killed here by the Batriders, as well as the Keeper by a 140 something critical, I believe. And so FoCuS in the end winning. Moon only having 1 hero and I think 1 talon left after all these Batriders detonated into those talons. Yeah, Moon trying to do some nice dodging here, but didn't work out in the end. Maybe the second time was a little bit overkill because the Blade Storm was about to run out anyways. But yeah, FoCuS achieving quite an upset here. As mentioned earlier, this was in early 2006, which means this was in the period in which Moon didn't lose against Orc in offline matches for about a year. So FoCuS, yeah, nicely winning here, but yeah, Moon making a couple of unnecessary bad decisions, having also bad map awareness compared to compared to how he usually does. And yeah, FoCuS just forced him to play his game in the end, which worked out very nicely for him. So that's it for now, and bye.